Here's the last question I have. I noticed you said three things before. This is my last question. You said the ACT principle. That really caught me. It ringed in my ear, in my heart. A stands for what? Accountability. C, collaboration. T, transparency. And so it seems, as you apply it to your professionalism and you seeking for this office, it shows that you are accountable, and it says that you are a great collaborator, and that you're very transparent. Can you expound on those three key words that describe you personally and your campaign? And that's really my last question.
Okay. The A standing for accountability. New York City residents, particularly communities of color, have felt over the years they are under siege. And they believe that the police is not accountable to them. So my simple proposal of putting a camera clearly shows and capturing these encounters during the stop, question, and frisk. It clearly shows that people now are going to see what happens when you come to these encounters, and then that holds the police department, the police officer, accountable to the public, as well as that public person accountable to the citizens of the city. Second, collaboration. We cannot wish away this issue of job growth and development in this city by just basically going out to government and say we need more money. Through my collaboration partnership, I am targeting a focused community initiative incentive wherein businesses who are rightfully so coming into communities. They are coming into communities getting billions of dollars of taxpayer monies by the taxpayers of the city of New York. There has to be a fiduciary responsibility on the part of these businesses to invest by collaborating with the businesses that they are going to displace. That clearly focuses on what I mean by collaboration. And then transparency. For too long in the city, legislators have what they call a legislative initiative fund, and that fund is specifically geared to those people who work with them and do favors for them. That's why I'm proposing that every elected official in the city of New York set aside in the fund a certain percentage of their budget, and that fund will go directly to people who are not having a godfather in government, not connected, but NGOs, civic organizations, church-based organizations who are doing an extremely important job in the city, particularly immigrant communities who have no funding, zero. That we want to make sure that people could show that those people, those entities who do not have a godfather, who are doing great work, are able to access those funds and to carry out what they are doing in their communities. That comes about in also, which is the final point I want to make on this, in the area of housing. We give billions and billions of dollars of tax breaks to developers who come and say, oh, we're going to set up this, we're going to take people's lands, and the government works with them, and through home rule, they give a whole bunch of properties to these developers with huge tax benefits and tax breaks. What we haven't seen for many years, and we say, okay, we'll do this, they will give a few jobs here and there, but far short of what they promise. What I will do, any developer that is coming into the city under my leadership, that as public advocate, I am going to put conditions on that. And that condition is going to be very clear. If we are giving you billions of dollars or millions of dollars in tax breaks, and we want to put a condition that those millions have to, certain percentage of those millions have to be spent in our community. If at the end of your 3-year contract, or whatever that contract is, we don't have that, then you are not entitled to a renewal of that contract. And then also there should be penalties paid to the community if you don't meet what you said you were going to do. I think this city has given away corporate largesse, corporate benefit, and to so many of these big corporations, but yet we haven't seen a community conscience. I will insist that we do that. And finally, we have Labor Day. Labor Day, we put 5 million people on the parkway. The tradition of Labor Day is to celebrate and highlight the culture of the Caribbean community. But yet, 30-something years later, we don't even have a museum where people could go and see this. That is unconscionable. Government has a role in there. And that role is they need to help in partnership, in collaboration, in partnership with a Labor Day Carnival Association to work in the establishment of a center, a museum in the city. And by so doing, right after Labor Day, I will also insist on those corporations who have billions of dollars of our tax monies. 1 week after Labor Day, we're going to have a fair right there on the parkway. If we could shut that parkway for a mile and people going there to party, at the end of that party, the only people that get money, the city of New York, and a few people who come to sell their wares thinking that they're going to make money. Sometimes they're running at a loss. We want to make sure that we create the largest job fair. And all I always say to those corporations, listen, I am not interested in putting you out of business, but what I'm telling you to do here, you are going to give me 10 jobs today. If there are 30,000 corporations with 10 jobs per day, you do the mathematics. That is real leadership. That is real collaboration. That is real partnership that invests in lives and invest in people so that you could give them a leg up so that they could meet their expenses in the city.
Wow. Wow. Here you go. There you go. I mean, that was phenomenal. I want to say thank you so much, Mr. Honorable Sidique Wai. Here you go, New York City. This is your next, not your next New York City public advocate candidate, but he is surely your next New York City public advocate, period. Thank you so much once again, and have a blessed and a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chief of Staff. You're doing a wonderful job, and I appreciate it.
Thank you.